Maria Garcia de Fleury. With the Feast of the Baptism of the Lord, the Christmas season closes to introduce us to the liturgy of ordinary time. With Christmas and the arrival of the three wise men, known as the Epiphany, we have celebrated the most determining event in the history of the religious world. That is, God has made a choice for our humanity, for each one of us, and has revealed himself as the one who will never abandon us to a blind destiny. This Sunday of the Baptism of Jesus is like a hinge. It closes one time and opens another. It unites the childhood and hidden life of Jesus with his presentation as the Messiah. The baptism of Jesus by John makes a break between the Old and New Testament, between the Old and New Covenant, between the time of preparation and the time of fulfillment of the promises. Going from Christmas to the baptism of Jesus is like turning many pages of the life of Jesus, because we already have before us the adult Son of God showing his face in what his mission is going to be. That is the force of the mystery of the Incarnation, the humanity of our God, who wants to communicate his divinity to us through his Son, Jesus Christ. The baptism of Jesus breaks the silence of Nazareth for about 30 years. The silence of Nazareth is a silence that becomes word, a prophetic word full of life, which comes in fullness as an announcement of grace and liberation. The Gospel of Mark in chapter 1 says, "It came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee and was baptized by John in the river Jordan." In that moment, when he came out from the water, the heavens opened, and the Spirit, like a dove, descended upon him. And a voice came from heaven, saying, "You're my beloved Son. I am very happy with you." Here, the three persons of the Holy Trinity clearly appear at the same time. The Son being baptized, the Holy Spirit descending, and the Father speaking from heaven. Thus, the Father and the Holy Spirit confirm the divinity of Christ, and Jesus submits the will to his Father. Jesus wants to be in solidarity with the people, and sees in the words of John the Baptist the announcement of a new time that requires a change of mentality, that requires conversion, to let the new time of God transform history, because it is not penance or old symbols that change the horizon of history and humanity, but what we let God truly be the Lord of our lives. Jesus is the great witness and prophet, chosen and preferred, full of spirit, overflowing with reason and justice, capable of establishing the new law. The baptism of Jesus publicly testifies it, that he is in favor of conversion and that his project is to fulfill the will of the Father. Jesus assumed and bore our sin, came to save us from within human experience and history, and committed himself to a fundamental option: to do good. Let us resolve to remember and celebrate the day of our baptism, which is our birthday in front of God, and thank him that through baptism we begin to belong to God's family as his children. Let us give our children names of people who may serve as a model of life to them, because being baptized means being in communion with Christ, who is life and gives eternal love beyond death, where we will find God and prove again that with God we always win.